Both teams making some roster changes going into the ultimate split of 2025. Waybo going back to Comfort as they reunite with Crisp, their support, who has made it to
FPL history. So
that's what I do.
Maybe you're just on a roll today, honestly. We get
hey.
to see it now, though. You were talking about an early Drake. That is exactly what FPX is going to be able to go for. And while Tien right now is prioritizing finishing on more camps, getting his level 6, for the time being, this is going to be a good spot. And FPX, they still have enough time where they can kind of play with some of their lane allocations and contest for the grub spawning in a minute and a half. Maybe they could try to look for a fight. It's going to be a single grub going over to Waybo. And they've even moved Sheer now over to this play. Tien gets 2 of them. That's incredible.
Yeah, nice usage of that execute with the Common Spear on top of the smite. Pretty easy lockdown, and even if you just get 2 for 1,
do it again.
An advantageous situation. Can Tien get the execute here on the snipe? IYY does have this smite, but Tien's gonna just bully the rookie out and pick up the 3rd grub for himself. Yeah, the Crescent Guard has come out and Carries has arrived using that seismic shove to try to lock down Tien, taking him to half HP. But IYY will go down. That's first blood for Weibo Gaming, and Light still dishing out some DPS. But Chachi's now arrived to the fight. Dredge Line not gonna connect on the Light, and it makes it a 1-for-1 so far. Breathe on the way. Accelerated Shock Blast will do a little bit of damage and do only enough to push FPX away. Tien getting into position to start a fight around this dragon, which FPX actually are the ones to aggro first. Xiaohu does have that shockwave available as the Grand Starfall does come in. Maybe the seismic shoved, but not enough damage as IYY once again gets taken down. Light gets the first kill, force the flash out of Jue, but Crisp has arrived with the quickness. Shockwave on top of the blast cone cancel is beautifully executed by Waybo. It's a triple kill for Light, and Waybo seem like they're fully back with their new support and arm.
The advantage, over-breathe in the situation. This could have been a numbers fight for FPX, but instead they lose out on the feat of warfare. They're going to now lose out on the second objective of the game. Some of the ramifications of that last fight. There's no flash for Care. He cannot step up confidently when there's a Rakan and this Orianna. Oh. Now in a side lane, right before his flash is up, Care gets solo killed by Xiaohu.
Oh, man.
Of FPX, at least in this roster, in this draft, was the fact that on 1-2 items, they were going to be very strong. You're going to be sitting there with Care on this Talia. You're going to have this Ezreal as well, and it does not look like it's coming together.
Oh, Care. Waybo.
All right, well, he had flash that time. So.
Not a care in the world. Yeah. Not using it that time. Hey, nicely done. We're saving that for maybe a better chance at survival. Tier 1 tower taken down on the top side of the map. Gold lead opened up to 3,500. FPX are the ones to start this one up at 5,000 HP.
Wait, there's an old bot lane.
He's still hovering around. He's going to try to go for a play on a Sheer instead. A 2v1 situation. Sheer pops the hallowed miss. Going to survive under the tower. Hey, that's a win for FunPlus Phoenix. You keep your top laner alive and you get the Herald for free.
Jue just now finally connected with the rest of the team. Xiao is actually teleporting to reposition himself. This is not a fight. Look at where Jachi is. He is finishing a recall right now. We are not contesting for this dragon. You are opting into a losing battle unless they can extend this all the way until Jachi gets here.
He's so far away. The dragon's already going to be taken down, most likely. Waybo are hunting. This is exactly what they want FPX to do. Go in for the fight in a numbers disadvantage, but it looks like IYY might try to do it anyway. Dragon's at 3,000 HP. It could be a 50-50. Who's going to get it? It's Light that secures it for Waybo. And a huge quickness from Chris. Combined with the 2-man shockwave in from Zhao, but the damage is not enough to take anybody down. Jachi arriving to the fight, and nobody will fall.
Boon for them and just being able to grab gold, but a lot of them just spent, right? A lot of them just went back in. Ooh. Oh, that could have been a kill there.
The dredge line. Oh, flashes away from the seismic shove, and now the price of the tier 1 turret could be some members of FPX. Tien has jumped in, lands a stun onto one, but already gets chunked out. Jachi with the Conqueror proc. He's starting to glide just a little bit. He shifts away from a nice engage.
Blade Callers, just not a lot of damage right now, where that's just not the case. The opposite here for Jachi. He has a ton of DPS. Care flying on through.
Let's see what he can do. IYY jump on the Crisp. He's down to 500 HP. Otacon, which was started up by Waybo, is at 3K. Woo! Will it get taken down? It's going to be Jue who steals it away with a Spellbook Smite. And FunPlus Phoenix will get away with an absolute robbery.
For Xiaohu, it is only barely half a level here for Jachi, and the parts that matter, I mean, FPX will say thank you for the buff, but I think Waybo, this is just a pit stop on their way to victory.
They'll get one on the Sheer. But hey, FPX extending things a little bit longer. And a shout out to Jue with that stolen away smite, taking the Otacon from right under Waybo's noses. Maybe, just maybe, this could be a fight they can use to build some momentum. It seems like they want to go for it, as you know they have all 5 members on this bottom side right as
What
the Chemtech Drake has spawned, and they're just gonna get it for free seemingly. Xiaohu teleporting away from the fight. They're looking to try to control mid instead, unless Tien can steal it away. He throws out the spear, but nicely timed by IYY to make sure he can lock down that smite. And now it is Care going forward with the Weaver's Wall. Crisp gets stunned up. 2-man Shockwave though does land on the main carries of FPX and forces them to back away.
And look at what this does now for the rest of the map. With Xiaohu teleporting back into mid, taking control of this wave, fix this wave before we go to this next objective. So they may have lost the dragon, but Waybo will take 2 turrets and get a lot of gold for themselves. They're going to get in closer and closer to these 3 items. Dragon, it's only going to put them on sole point for either of these teams. FPX are going to have to turn themselves around. Shear's been on a side lane just collecting farm this entire time, and those were 2 summoner spells used by Waybo to try to properly set up around an objective. I think you're still in a very happy spot as Weibo Gaming.
Yeah, you know, to be fair to Shear, he's 2,000 gold down, but he has picked up a lot of farm. He is level 16, has that Seeker's Arm Guard. He would be powerful in a potential team fight that does open up. Not going to happen here, though, as Weibo collect their soul point as they get their second Chemtech Dragon.
When you see players like Xiaohu, like Breathe, Tien, Light, and Crisp, we expect them to be, at the very least, in that regional finals playing for a spot at Worlds. Now we have 4 seeds.
You know, all 5 of these guys were at Worlds last year. 4 out of the 5 on the same team in Weibo Gaming, where they made it all the way to the semi-finals. So certainly nothing that these guys are not used to. Internationals are kind of the baseline expectation for these players. The fact that they have not been able to reach that yet, certainly a bit shocking, but have plenty of time to turn it around. As they start up this Baron in 32 minutes, Way gonna go for the flash engage on their Breathe. Combined with the seismic shove, actually gonna be the Jace taking a lot of damage, but Light's able to shut down Dway on the back end of things with the Baron already claimed. Sheer going forward here with the needlework, popping the Zanyas to keep himself alive, but IYY going down. Care doing a little bit of damage, but it's not nearly enough as he is 2 full levels down to Xiaohu. 4 kills already picked up here for Weibo Gaming alongside that Barrett Nasher. Only Jachi remains alive as they have a wave down mid. They're going to look to try to close out this game number 1.
All right, Jachi. They want him. They want to make sure. There's the ace. Weibo, they take their Baron. It was FPX trying to make a turn, but they do no damage, and they have no chance here as Weibo look to break down the base.
Yeah, Baron buff now in hand. Nexus Tower is under fire. Only Dway is left alive, and they might try to pad the KDAs just a little bit more. 13-1 the final score. Domination front to back for Weibo Gaming in game 1.
You know what's funny? It's not even our first Tarek of the year. On played one at the very beginning of like Split 1 versus
Feels
Thunder
like a while
Talk.
ago.
Yeah, it was a really long time ago, and I think theoretically this is great. You have
Make a play onto Xiaohu. Early execution of this Yone Sejuani combo would be big. As I think cares about a minion away from hitting level 3.
Here.
Now getting it, Soul Unbound will come out. And here comes that crowd control. Xiaohu already flashed away. Another stun with the Permanent Frost. He's going to get taken down. First blood to IYY, although it will be a 1-for-1 trade.
Sheer just using the equalizer. He does not know where Tien is. This scuttle, or sorry, the vision plant coming in from FPX will spot Wukong. So at least Sheer will know that we're not losing at least 1 more wave. But look, FPX finally get themselves into the first dragon of the game, so feeling good about that. If Chris was feeling a little frisky, he'd be going for like a flash ignite just to force out Care. He doesn't have his teleport for a few moments, but right now it is going to be FPX starting up the grubs. They get the first one. How many more can they actually go for?
Glacial Prison, it lands on a Crisp. Another crowd control chain with the Dazzle, and Crisp is going to go down very easily, surely. It's going to be the culling to finally finish the job. Jachi collects the gold. Second grub going to get smited away as FPX have gained control of that feat of monster slaying. But Xiaohu has arrived. It's going to be a 4v3. Teleports available for both top laners, but they don't want to join the fight. All 3 grubs secured for FunPlus Phoenix, and they're going to get away scot-free most likely.
Just feeling like, hey, Crisp doesn't have flash. We just used his ultimate. They might very well kind of try to make another play like we saw around the Herald, or around the grubs, where they just turn onto this Leona, find a kill there, and still grab themselves the objective. So I think it's going to be really late on the contest. Light and Crisp, they get priority first. This might not be the Herald going over to Waybo, but they might look for an extended fight afterwards.
2,000 HP. I has been hit. IYY going into secured. Cosmic Radiance has come out with the culling as well. Chris already going down. Breathe in some trouble here, but Tien going forward. The Fate Seal is going to find him on the care. Knockup does land. It's going to be Xiaohu doing a lot of damage and 2 for 2 overall. He jumps away, tries to get away from that knockup, but IYY is going to flash on top of him. The Flame Through the Spheres doing a lot of work.
Light?
Light's still untouched. Light's trying to do the work. It's a 2 for 1 overall still, but the health bar on care is still in its favor. It's a 4 for 3 in favor of Waybo somehow.
Someone's dying. Someone's at least going down to 10% health. We'll see if FPX can grab themselves the soul point here as they put themselves on 3. They are conditioning. There are ultimates that are coming up in a few moments here for Waybo.
Yeah, we're going right back to scrapping here. The equalizer's going straight onto Light. Chris dashing forward onto care, forcing him to already flash on out.
Whoa!
A huge between worlds as Weibo have gained control of the pit, but IYY yanks it right away from Tien's arms and claims soul point for FunPlus Phoenix.
Fight would break out, but if they can see if they can get maybe another summoner spell out, because that will mean that that spell is no longer available for this upcoming dragon, and that is soul.
Chris might be singled out. He's forced to go forward, knowing it's a one-way trip. Care picks up the gold, and Tien looking to now collapse upon the Yone. The Cosmic Radiance going to come out. Weibo has to play this fight slow. The public execution does land on the sheer, and here comes Xiaohu. A real big between worlds, doing a ton of damage to FPX, and their health bars are ticking low. Lights flashing forward. The boomerang blades are going to be able to take down Sheer with the help of Xiaohu, and it's Weibo Gaming getting themselves a big kill on the top laner of FunPlus Phoenix.
This dragon, but I don't think you want to, obviously, when you talk about having this Sivir potentially hit 3 and 4 items.
Yeah, we talked about the scaling here for Waybo. It's starting to come in. The gold lead, they could just try to go for a fight. Teleport is available for care, but he has not channeled it just yet. It's going to be Breathe getting into the fight first. The dragon already at 5,000 HP. IYY going to have to try to find some way to get into the pit. It's at 3,000 HP. Equalizer coming out. It's doing a lot of damage on the Chris.
Is dead.
But now they're going to try to just target the Sejuani. And the Sejuani is down before the dragon even can get claimed. Going to be between worlds in for Xiaohu. Cosmic Radiance is shoot, so everybody will remain alive for now. Tien doing some damage. They will be able to take down Light. FPX might have a little bit of life in them as they get 4 kills despite the Drake.
They lose out on the Drake. IYY flashes into the wall, but hell, man, we got the fight exactly where we needed it there. That was on the hunt as well. No ultimate available. Light just now, his flash is coming up in a few moments. There's no TP either for Breathe, so Sheer can very easily show up for this fight. Xiaohu is teleporting, but the Otacon is gone.
Otacon's going to go down, but Weibo might have a chance to win this fight. Xiaohu teleported in, has a death cap now. And now the question is, FPX, can they go for this one? Dway going to pop that Cosmic Radiance. It does do so much. All 5 members of FPX are invincible. And it means that Breathe already goes down first. It's a 1-for-1 trade, though, as Jachi was caught out and goes down to the Cyclone of Tien. Health bars are still low. Lethal Tempo has been proc for Light, but they won't be able to find anything more. A 1-for-1 overall, but it comes with the Otacon in the hands of FPX.
And if they get this mid lane tier 1 as well, that's at least enough gold to stabilize them here in this game.
Just the way that this Terra has been able to function, keeping everybody on FPX alive, done wonders to allow for them to continue to have some sort of semblance of hope into this second game. Dragon has now spawned. It could be Soul for FunPlus Phoenix if they can win another fight. They have all their ultimates at their disposal, but Jay's already chunked down to 60% HP. Weibo starting this one up. Again, death cap in the hands of Xiaohu, and now he's level 16. A rank 3 between worlds could do a lot, but they're going to target Chris first. Equalizer not finding a ton so far, and it's going to be Chris getting taken down. Breathe not finding the ultimate, but the between worlds does come out. Breathe looking to try to find some damage, and IYY steals away the dragon once again and claims the soul for FPX. Weibo looking for some sort of semblance of a trade.
There's no ultimate for the soul laners, no ultimate for Light.
Oh, and there comes a huge Fate Seal! Care going in and trying to win this fight on his own. Light's already down. Tien gets burned to a crisp, and Breathe makes it 3-0 on top of the Baron.
Let's wrap this one up, boys, because FPX, you can take them down, but the Phoenix always rises. Baron to go into the top lane wave, grab themselves the top tier 2, and I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just some game 1 jitters, but FPX, this is the kind of showing that we needed to see from them, and honestly, it makes this matchup all the more exciting that there's going to be at least some competition.
IYY, in his second career competitive League of Legends game on our record, just stole 3 smites in a row from Tien, and he's looking for another nice engage. Glacial Prison landing onto Chris, but Sim and Zhao are going to have to do the work here. Zhao dashing forward in some last-ditch effort, but he gets taken down by Jachi. The Nexus soon to be exposed, and the new look FunPlus Phoenix are about to even up this series against Weibo Gaming.
This is the most FPX thing they could have done. I'm not going to lie, because we even cast our minds back to last split. This Trundle and this Alistar need to get so much work done. Scaling 1 and 2 items, kind of name of the game here for Weibo. Well, FPX, they have 2 different carries here, and I'm kind of looking at this Aatrox. Wait a minute. FPX are fighting them, and they might actually be like they have a chance to win this game? What?
Yeah, the name recognition on Weibo definitely much stronger if you're not a big fan of the LPL. And somehow this series is still close. I mean, it's been 1-1. I would say Weibo's win was definitely more dominant than FPX's, but both teams invested around these grubs. It's going to be another smite fight this time.
Whoa.
It's going to be IYY to pick it up again, and Chris going to go forward with the headbutt pull. Tivers does land, and IYY now in some trouble. Tien chases him down with a subjugate and claims first blood for Weibo Gaming.
While our observer was just looking up into the top lane, I really wanted to watch how FPX and Weibo were battling for river control, because it was actually Weibo moving first. Crisp was already in the mid lane before Jway, so he could very easily walk into that topside river, get vision down, and somehow FPX were able to grab it, get into the pit. They got themselves 1 grub, but now their Viego loses Flash, his life, and the ultimate. It is going to be IYY walking forward. Kai'Sa's not going to be in the area, but she does have Killer Instinct. And it doesn't matter if FPX are late to a fight, they still have the Galio ultimate.
So it's going to be Sheer joining, fully committing to a 5v5. Sheer popping the World Ender, actually going straight into Light, and making it a 4v4.
Oh, Jway!
Jway with the Magnet Storm, combined with Jachi with the Moonlight Vigil, is going to get a huge chunk of damage with Dragon is secured for Tien. Euro's entrance going to try to knock some people up, but already Jachi has fallen. Light now rejoining the fight after he was originally zoned out here by the Aatrox.
Oh!
They land the taunt onto Tien, they take him down. Jungler out of the picture, but Breeze able to get one back and secure the feats of warfare for Weibo. Heartbreaker forward. IYY trying to get one more kill, and he will do so with the help of Sheer. Double kill in for the Aatrox.
Again, I said it around the Dragon, and I'll say it again. When you have champions like Rel and this Viego, you are okay with showing up late, especially with Galio in your back pocket. The teleport comes in from Breathe.
Another summoner spell. Small win so far for FPX. Can they turn it into even more? Jachi has the red and the white guns. This is prime fighting opportunity, but IYY was unable to get into the pit to secure the smite, so it's going to be Tien to collect it. Tibbers goes down into Sheer, chunks into half. Instead, it's going to be Weibo focusing on this top side right now. Tien has the Herald in his hands if he wants to try to make this play for a dive.
Oh yeah. You have 2 grubs, let him recall, bro. I mean, sure, if you want the kill, take it.
And maybe Dragon in response, most likely. Carib will be able to get away. It's a tier 1 tower picked up here for Weibo Gaming on the back side of things. They already have feats of strength already unlocked. For a second proc as well.
Hell yeah. Make this a very long lane. We've seen that in season or in splits past already for FPX. One of the issues that this team has is they're not the best at playing side lanes, and I think one of the biggest strengths of Weibo is actually how smart their solo lanes are to extend leads, play really long maps, and try to pull their opponents piece by piece around macro. So
So even though that Dragon was secured by FunPlus Phoenix, as you mentioned, Weibo opening up that top side of the map with 2 towers, and now Light lands that Prey Seeker and is going for the kill on Jachi, the Killer Instinct. Teleport in, going to be from Care to force out a disengage, but now he's going to be the one to get targeted, knocked up, taken right back in, and Tien secures the goal.
That mistake right there might cost FPX the game, because it's going to be their mid-tier 1 that falls. It's going to be gold that Weibo get access to be able to reset and buy those items. They have vision onto Care. I think Weibo are going to say, we just spent all of our gold. Maybe we just start up the Otacon, right? Like, Kai'Sa has to pick up this mid wave, and they can continue to push, get the bottom lane wave, and then snap onto this Otacon with the Kai'Sa procs, making it so easy to take down this objective.
Yeah, especially if you pressure everybody out, giving Sheer a little bit of time to take some turret damage up on the top lane tier 1, that's for sure. But, you know, just with all these objectives available on the bottom side of the map, if you're Weibo, you're winning this trade every single time. Speaking of, the Otacon going to get started up. I mean, FPX to get in here, otherwise it's just going to go down and the snowball can continue to roll. It's going to be way too late. That Otacon should be secured.
Jue's getting a flank.
For it. It's going to be Tien to secure it with the smite. Teleport coming in here for Sheer, but it might just be too late. He teleports straight into Bree's arms. Tibbers is flashed away from though. The World Ender's going to do
Jue!
Jue with a huge Magnet Storm, already taking down Breeze. Chris going to go taking down as well. He gets the flash away. IOI's going to stun him up. Dachi going over the wall, and it's going to be 2-0 in favor of FPX. Saw that around the fight around the Drake. Maybe he gets caught out here though. A nice pillar combined with that killer instinct. Chachi is down. Tien is the one to pick up the gold. Now Carry lands a 2-man taunt, and Tien gonna be taken low. And IYY picks up the first kill with a Heartbreaker and gets himself a reset. Pillar onto Chris that was stolen away. Taunt lands onto the Alistar as well. He does not have the Unbreakable Will. Still gonna try to run away the shield from Zhao, who's gonna give him a little extra speed.
Waves. And with these Hex Tech portals, it is so easy for them.
Oh.
Might even just get a kill. This could be Baron.
Stun lands from Zhao, catching out the rookie. Not gonna try to go for it. It's gonna be FPX backing away, and Waybo most likely claiming this dragon, but it can come at the cost of the soul point in hands of FPX, as that is where they have rotated to.
One of the biggest changes when we talk about dragons has been Hextech and its addition, not only in the soul and what it does for damage properties, but these Hextech gates make it so easy to get back onto the map so much faster. It's basically like a Cloud Soul Rift on crack. Like, these things are turbocharged. They get you so far out, they let you play a little bit faster, they mess up some of the recall timings there, and IYY thought he was a bit safe.
Silence being targeted, the tier 2 gonna go down in the bottom side.
Grapes, you're talking about 3 items, 80 carry. Guess what? Light has 3. He's got Infinity Edge as well.
Yep.
He has a hell of a lot of damage right now. So
Lanes pushing up the towers, slapping the minions here as you clear the waves out. And with a minute left on this Baron power play, Waybo are going to break open the base of FunPlus Phoenix. And sooner rather than later, a move has to be made. The Mortal Reminder actually picked up for Jachi for that 3rd item. He just collected it. But it might be too little, it might be too late. The gold lead is extended to 8,000. It's going to go to more, as the second inhibitor will go down.
okay. This is tough. FPX, you want to be able to contest this dragon in 2.5 minutes. Clear the wave. Oh, the wave is coming in the bot lane. This is perfect. We're going to be able to pick this one up. Waybo, they can take this turret. I don't think it matters for them, honestly.
I mean, they're just going to take, they could take all 3 inhibs, like, right now without FPX doing anything about it. I mean, sooner rather than later, if you're FunPlus Phoenix, you have to go for a fight. But now it is going to be triple inhibs down for the next couple of minutes.
The game, in my mind. There is absolutely no way they'd have not that much wave clear. Jachi picks himself an entire Runon's Hurricane to be able to deal with it, but
Be crashing in. The Baron has been started up now by Waybo.
I just noticed Breathe has a Terminus in his inventory. All right, so
We're gonna be
that's
slapping.
Baron. That's gone. Okay.
Maybe taken down. What can a fight potentially look like? Not much. FPX still not pulling the trigger. They might be forced to do something here. The pillar finds Jachi.
Teleport! Teleport!
Into the base. Breathe, looking for the flank, has that dominance and the flash available, but instead, he's just going to try to escort these minions in. There's only a Nexus turret available here.
Tien?
Left now, Jachi going to get focused down. The pillar lands once again. He flashes away to safety, but now the collapse can begin. A huge knock up here for Chris. Will the damage be enough? Jachi not going to have anything that takes people down. In they go. Breathe finds the sun. Breathe finds the win. Weibo Gaming. Smooth, methodical, but all-out dominant in this game number 3 as they win this first series of Group Ascend over FPX.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.